Hello, dear friends. Welcome back to the Weekend 7 Questions, and welcome to our special guest, Ambassador Tamara Weingerl-Požar from the Slovenian representation to the EU. Tamara, this month, Slovenia took over the presidency of the Council of the European Union. What are the country's main ambitions for the next months?
Under the slogan, Together, Resilient Europe, we'll try to advance a very rich legislative agenda, in particular in the field of the green transition, the digital transition, and the health union package. But this is not all. We have an ambitious program also in the field of social, agriculture, competitiveness, and research.
Council presidencies are always more of a challenge for smaller member states. How is Slovenia coping so far?
I believe Slovenia is coping very well. In particular, I believe that for smaller member states, presidencies are usually a big opportunity rather than a challenge. We always aim to be true, honest brokers in advancing the European agenda. So I think we've done very well in these 2 weeks, already reached important milestones in the negotiations with the European Parliament, kickstarting a number of important trilogues, but also already having provisional agreements in certain fields. And also, I believe that cooperation with member states has been extremely valuable and rich.
Speaking of challenges, the European Commission unveiled its Fit for 55 package this week. What can we expect next?
True, it's a very important package, the most important package of this Commission, with far-reaching impacts on our societies and economies. We all know it's not going to be easy for societies and economies to change, and therefore we expect the discussions in the Council that will reflect the importance of the challenges that lie ahead. In our role as the presidency, we'll try to give enough space for technical and political discussions. We will aim to ensure that these discussions advance in a coherent and complete manner, also taking into account the complexity of the package. A lot of explaining will have to be done at this early stage before we can start looking for compromises.
Apart from the green transition, how will the presidency help Europe achieve its digital transformation?
In particular, through advancing a rich legislative digital agenda, the platforms package, the artificial intelligence, the roaming, to name just a couple of the important legislative acts, but also through the organization of important events in Slovenia, which will give a lot of space for exchange of relevant information, the raising of awareness, and increasing cooperation in the field of artificial intelligence and digital.
Europe's recovery is among the top priorities of the Slovenian presidency. With the spread of coronavirus variants raising doubts, what are the key steps to make recovery possible?
First of all, member states will need to proceed with vaccination efforts. They will need to continue monitoring and the spread of new variants with sufficient efforts as regards sequencing, but they will also need to pursue non-pharmaceutical measures. In order to facilitate recovery, response measures to variants should be well coordinated, they should be non-discriminatory and proportional.
And what will be Slovenia's focus during the discussions of the Conference on the Future of Europe?
Of course, Slovenia will represent the Council in the conference. We need, therefore, to assure a prompt information flow with member states. We will also aim to give the European Citizens Panel debate a central role in shaping the topics discussion of the plenaries. But in particular, I would also wish to stress that the Slovenian government will dedicate its traditional Bled strategic forum to important discussions with leaders from the EU, from the region of the Western Balkans, from the stakeholders, and also from think tanks.
Finally, summer is here. What places in Slovenia would you recommend visiting this season?
Well, Slovenia has many wonderful places to spend holidays. I'm sure everyone knows about the Slovenian coast, the lakes, mountains, natural attractions, spas, but also our exceptional cuisine and the kindness of our people. So tourists are welcome to visit the coast, Porto Roș and Piran, my hometown, but also the mountains, the Bohin and Bled resorts, and many other attractions. But do not also forget to visit the webpage, I Feel Slovenia, and therefore discover more about the beauties of our country.
Thank you, najlepša hvala, and thank you all for watching. See you after summer for another Week in 7 Questions.